Hello friends, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the one more topic of numerical methods, that is called interpolation. So here we are having the first topic, that is called Newton's interpolation method. So let's see first that what is interpolation. So what is interpolation? As it is written here, that it is the technique of estimating the value of a function for any intermediate value of the independent variable. Okay, so we can get the intermediate value of the independent variable using this interpolation technique. Okay, similarly we can understand that while the process of computing the value of the function outside the given range is called what? Extrapolation. Okay, that means what? Suppose we have a data like this. Okay, so first of all what we will do to get the characteristic, we will have a plot like this in x and y axis, right, where the x axis gives the value of the independent variables while the y axis has the values of dependent variables which depends on the value of this x axis, right. So here suppose, as according to this data, the x-axis shows the air velocity and the y-axis shows the thermal resistance. Okay, so what does it mean? That thermal resistance values depends according to the air velocity. Okay, as the air velocity varies, according to that thermal resistance also varies, right. So as per the given data, we have been plotted our curve. Okay, now you can see here that whatever data has been given 1, 2, 3, 4 in this sequence, we have plotted the points. Okay, and then to get the characteristic, we have joined all the points with a freehand curve, right. That is a simple procedure. Okay, so we got this curve which is representing this data, right. So what to say if I have to get the value between this point? That means what? I have the value of 200, I have the value of 400. Okay, but what is in between that point? Suppose I have to get the value at 300 point. So what is that point? Similarly, suppose I have to get the value at 500 point. Okay, that means what? When the value of x-axis is 500, at that time what is the value of y-axis, right? Suppose I have to calculate this. So at that point what we will do, because we are not having that particular data, we have in the range. Okay, so suppose that particular value we have to calculate. So that technique which is the value of this calculation, that is called what? Interpolation. Means I have the value of 200, I have the value of 400, I have the value of 600. Okay, similarly I have lots of values. But suppose I have to get the value of 500 which is coming in between 400 and 600 point. So that technique is named as what? Interpolation, and that value is named as interpolated value. Similarly, suppose at the starting range or at the end of the range, that is after 800, I have to get this value. Suppose at 2000 I have to get the value. What is the value of thermal resistance when air velocity is 2000? Okay, so because it is out of the range, so this will be called as what? Extrapolation, extrapolated value, and the technique is named as extrapolation, right. So this is what the interpolation and extrapolation. But in general, this all technique, whatever we are calculating in between the range or out of the range, that all is named as, in general, is named as interpolation. Okay, that means what? If we are saying that interpolation, that means there may be the term of extrapolation. So directly I am saying you that in this chapter of interpolation you have to go for the calculation of extrapolation also. Okay, all the technique is almost same, there is not much difference. So this is a combined one for these two types of techniques. Okay, so now what are the important interpolation formulae? So we have two important interpolation formulas. What are that? We have forward interpolation and we have backward interpolation. Okay, so with the help of this forward and backward interpolation, we can get the actual value of the interpolated value or the extrapolated value. Okay, so for that different mathematician has derived a different formula. So according to that we have our topics like this. This topic has been derived by Newton. So this is what Newton's interpolation formula. So this is the formula which gives the Newton's forward interpolation formula, and this is for the backward interpolation formula. Okay, so these are two formulas. We have to mug up this formula because with the help of this formula only we are able to get the interpolated or extrapolated values, right? So now how to go for the solution, what is forward interpolation, what is backward interpolation, where to use these different types of techniques. Let's have a look on that. So first of all, we will understand that all with the help of this problem. So the problem says that from the following table where x and y axis values are given, find y when x is 1.85 and 2.4. Okay, so we have to get the two value of y, that is suppose y1 and y2. Okay, so y1 we have to get when x is 1.85, y2 when x is 2.4. Okay, so we have to go for the two values calculation. So if you will see that 1.85 values, it lies between these two sections, that is 1.8 and 1.9. Similarly, we can see that 2.4 value comes after the end of the table or end of the range. Okay, that means what? That this value, that means this value will be called as interpolated value, and this value, whatever we will get here, that will be called as extrapolated value. Okay, so in the same question we are going to have that what is interpolated and what is extrapolated values. Okay, and also we are going to have the look on forward as well as backward, both the methods in the same numerical, right? So I will give you the technique that where to use the forward and where to use the backward also. Watch the complete video. So here I have formed this table with the help of this given data, where I have the two column values, that is x and y. So here you can see in the first column I have represented x-axis, y-axis values, whatever is given in the question. Okay, after that for the Newton's interpolation formula we have to make this complete table. Okay, now what is in this table? That we have to get these different types of columns. What is this column? The first column represents the difference in y values. Okay, what is that? The first value is nothing but the difference of, I can say it as, this is del y, that is equals to y2 minus y1. Okay, what is y2? This value is y2, that is 6.050. What is y1? My y1 is this value, that is 5.474. Okay, so this is the difference between these two range. Similarly, this is the difference between these two range. Okay, let me mark it clearly, this two range. Okay, so if we will, I have to get this second value, that is del y, so that will be equals to y3 minus y2, right? So I'll get 0.636, well I get the difference of 6.686 minus 6.050. You can check by yourself. So the complete table is formed on the basis of that. Okay, the complete row we will get with the difference of these values, consecutive values. Now after that the next column is what? That gives the difference of this row, sorry, this column. Okay, that means what? The difference of this, that is 0.636 minus 0.576 is the difference of 0.06. Similarly, this value will give this. Okay, so always just remember that we have to go for the calculation of y2 minus y1. Okay, never go for the y1 minus y2, that will give the wrong result. So in each column we have to go for the same difference calculation based on the previous column values in all the columns. Okay, and in all the columns you have to go for the y2 minus y1 only, right? So you can check the complete table is formed on the same calc. Now what we have to calculate here, I have to get the value of y when x is 1.85. So where that value will lie in this range? That value will lie here, that is 1.85, right? So here I have to consider this value as my x naught value. Okay, so the corresponding value will be what? That will be my y naught value. Okay, and after that we have to calculate the y value when x is 1.85. Okay, so we have considered x naught and y naught. Okay, and here I am using the Newton's forward interpolation formula. Why I am using that, I'll tell you after this. So I am using the Newton's forward interpolation formula. Now forward formula, that means I have to move in forward direction. Okay, so what will be my values here? X naught, y naught I have represented. The next value of del will be this. Then this is del square, this is del to the power 4, del to the power 5. After that I have no values, so I have to stop my calculation here. Okay, so this all marked value will be used in the formula, right? We have to take this. So just what is the first step? Where whatever is the value given for the x, just mark that and take the just before value of that is x naught, and then the corresponding value of y naught, and then go in the forward direction. You will get these values. Okay, so I have highlighted that in a bold font. So these all values we have to consider. So what is my x naught? You can see here, that is 1.8. I have shown you. And what is my y naught? That is this value. What is my del y naught? You can see here. What is del square y naught? This. Del cube, this. Del to the power 4, this. Del to the power 5, this. Now I have no values for del to the power 6, so no need to take it. Okay, so this is the first observation after forming the table. Okay, so here this is the x value given in the question where we have to go for the calculation. Now we have to check for the value of p. Okay, so what is p? P is, according to formula, that is x minus x naught by h. What is x? That is given in the question where we have to go for the calculation, 0.85. What is x naught? We have taken in the let's check what is p. P is what? According to the formula, that is x minus x naught by h. Okay, so what is x? X is given in the question. We have to take that value. What is x naught? I have tell you that take just before the value of this x, that is your x naught. Now what is h? H is the common difference between each value of x. Okay, so you can see that all value has been given in the range, that is 1.7, 1.8, 1.9 with same interval. Okay, so that means h value is 0.1. So here this is h equals to 0.1. Okay, so after putting that all value, I got the p as 0.5. Right, so now I got all the values whatever I have to use in the formula. This all will be used in the formula. Now what is formula? We are using forward interpolation formula, right? So this is the formula for that. So you have to remember this. How? Always yx equals to y naught plus p del y naught. This is the common terms for all the formulas. After that, just remember that it is going in an arithmetic progression way. Okay, so just remember this format. Keep practice with 3 or 4 questions. You will mug up this formula. There is no problem. Okay, now we are going to put all the values here. So this is the y naught value we have taken from the table. P we have calculated as 0.5. This del y naught you can check in the table. Okay, now kept all the values here of del square, del cube, del to the power 4 and del to the power 5. Right, so we have in the table 5 elements. We are going for the up to the calculation of del to the power 5 only. Right, this is calculation. So here I got this value after calculating that all parts, and this is the final answer. Okay, so this is the value of y when x is 1.85, the required answer. right? So according to this Newton's forward interpolation formula, we got the value of this value, this interpolated value. Okay, so this is for the first calculation. Now we have been asked, let's see in the question, we have calculated for x equals to 1.85, and now we have been asked for the x equals to 2.4 calculation also. Okay, that will give the extrapolated value. So let's check. So now we are working on 2.4 range, so my x value is what? 2.4. okay, so I'll check in the table where the 2.4 value lies. That lies here out of the table. Okay, so what will be my range of what will be the value of x naught? That will be taken as this 2.3. okay, the corresponding value will be y naught, and now I am using the Newton's backward formula. I cannot use Newton's forward formula. Okay, again why I'll explain after the completion of this solution. Okay, just first understand what is forward formula, what is backward formula. Okay, after that we will understand that where to use it, right? So now I am using the backwards formula. So in backward formula we have to go in this fashion and take all the corresponding values. So what are that values? You can see these values I have to consider. Okay, why I am showing you like this? Because in a pictorial way it is very easy to get the values or mug up the formula. Okay, I think it will be difficult to mug up the formula in the given way, that what is yx, that is y naught plus p del y naught plus p into p plus 1 by 2 factorial, like that it is difficult. So I feel personally that in this pictorial way it is easy to mug up the formula. Okay, the remaining is your choice. So now we are going for the Newton's backward interpolation formula, where x is 2.4 and x naught we have taken as 2.3. Similarly y naught, then del y naught, then del square, then del cube, then del to power 4, then del to power 5, then del to power 6. You can check. Okay, next calculation for p. So we have x as 2.4, x naught as 2.3, and what is h? That is same 0.1, because we are working on the same table. So the value of p came here as 1. Okay, we are working on the same table but p is different. Okay, so every time you have to check. So now we have all the values, so we can go for the formula. So what is backward interpolation formula? This is this formula. Okay, don't get confused with this representation of del. It is just showing that we are using the backward formula. Otherwise this and this is similar in this formula. Both are representing the difference between the y-axis values, that is simply y2 minus y1 only. Okay, don't get confused. So this is the formula, right? So here we are putting all the values, and after putting the values we have got this as the answer. Okay, so this is what the extrapolated value. So what are we doing here for interpolation and extrapolation value? The thing is same, we just have to put all the values in this given equation. No need to do anything else. Okay, that's why interpolation and extrapolation terms come in the same topic, right? So this is the solution for this particular question, where we got the value of y at 1.85 and 2.4 value of x. Okay, now I'll explain you that where to use the backward formula and where to use the forward formula. So there is a simple explanation. Let's check in the solution only. See, here I have to get the solution of 1.85 first. Okay, and after that I have to get the value of 2.4. Okay, so 1.85 is coming in between here, right? That is in the upper half portion. Okay, so whenever we are working on the upper half portion, use the Newton's forward formula. Okay, and whenever you are going to work on the lower half portion, use the backward formula. This is a simple way to explain that where to use the forward and where to use the backward. In upper half portion we have to use the forward formula, and in the lower half portion we have to use the backward formula. Now why we are going to have the calculation like that? Because in forward formula when we get the value of y naught, we have to go in this fashion, in downward fashion, right? So if suppose I am going to have the calculation for 2.4 and then my y naught will be this, so then if I'll choose that I have to go for Newton's forward formula, I have no elements to apply. Okay, so I cannot apply, no? I have only the value of y naught. There is no value of del y naught, no value of del square, no value of del cube. Okay, so we cannot apply the forward formula here. Similarly, suppose if I'll take the value for here 2.25 suppose, so this will be my y naught. Okay, so after that I have only one value for y naught, but on the same, if I'll use the Newton's backward formula, I'll get in this fashion. So I'll get, see, you can see 5 elements I can get. Okay, so this is the simple reason. So if I have to work on 1.75 value suppose, so this will be y naught. And if I'll put the Newton's backward formula, I have no value. Okay, so that's why for the lower half portion we use Newton's backward formula, which goes like this, and for upper half portion we choose Newton's forward formula, which goes like this, right? So this is the simple way that where to choose the Newton's forward formula and where to choose the Newton's backward formula. Okay, that's why for first calculation we have chosen forward, and for second calculation we have chosen backward, right? So this is the complete explanation. You all get the clear understanding. If you have any kind of doubt, you can ask me in the comment box. I'm always available to give the reply to you. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching.